Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Times is hard, no doubt, different ways to struggle. No stranger to the racket, a failure to raise a hustle. Plus what? About $20 for a day's work. Out of luck, I turned a white tee into a gray shirt. Ain't no punk, homie, maintain Hollywood respect. Do my thing, I get the loot and jet. Got the good connect, no stranger to the slight game. Chicks taste like cigarettes. From the best on the ground. No sleep, cracker, that's only dead time. Personify the subway train. I'm the red line from Hollywood to Pershing. Hoods up, heads down.
MOB is a super interesting
You wanna
event.
talk about MOB a little bit? Sure, for shitums. So MOB was like right after Battle of the Bay 5. And we did have one LA event in between those, but MOB was supposedly like gonna be the only way that we could trump Battle of the Bay 5, and
it was a new venue.
Same venue,
same venue,
but it was
just filmed like totally differently.
Well, it's because there was a platform. The rappers were like in the middle, standing.
Yeah, that was like when Avo was first started to build stuff. You know what I mean, and like to just enhance the sets.
I always thought it was a different venue just because it looked so different.
Yeah, and it was shot differently, and there was like high angle shots
the overhead
and all
angle.
that. Yeah, so it was really
cameras
dope.
are getting so much better at that point too that it just probably just looks a little better than.
Yeah, you probably got some new toys before then. And
yeah,
shit.
you know, that was right around the time when fucking all the DSLRs and all that, those Reds and all that shit.
But like with this one, URL was starting to crack off, and they were gaining a lot of momentum.
So what year was this?
2010.
2010.
Yeah, it was the summer of 2010. What up, fool?
Where did he go?
He'll be back. Don't trip. He went to piss real quick.
Man.
The thing about it that was like super crazy was we booked T-Rex, who worked so close with Smack. If you watch the T-Rex versus Awkward's battle, you'll see we had a URL logo on it. I remember that. Shit. Because like he was so close with URL that was part of the negotiations. Like,
and Awkwards and T-Rex had one of the best like back and forth blogs.
Oh yeah. The whole build up, the battle was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah,
but
honestly.
the build up to it was fucking incredible.
Yeah, Awkward's like had all his books, and he was just like, because T-Rex was commenting on Awkward's, he's like, yeah, you probably
reading books,
books.
Yeah.
Awkward's did it like,
Hey, you
oh,
guys,
sorry,
can
to see
we
that.
go back?
Well, first Awk did the thing
back?
like.
Yo, Eli, you want more Gatorade?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Want water?
No, I'm good, dog.
Thank you, buddy. That battle right there, leading up to it, the first blog, Awkwards did the thing where he put the money out, like, and he spelled T-Rex's name out with money, because that was like with the $100 bills, 5 racks, because that was like.
What blog are you talking about? Arsenal?
No, the T-Rex versus Awk. He did the same thing that Arsenal did, because Arsenal did that with T-Rex beforehand. Oh, TK? Well, you missed the boat on this one. Next time
I was on Nickelodeon. You're correct.
Hell yeah, he was on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, all that.
Better recognize. But yeah, full. So this battle was just one of several just attempts to really do something crazy. And this event had a whole bunch of other shit besides rap battles.
Yeah,
there was
Freeway.
Freeway performed.
Slaughterhouse
gonna be there. Don't be there. There's a producer battle. There's a whole bunch of superfluous shit that made everything a lot more stressful in the end, and kind of didn't really.
I mean, shout out to you for the big undertaking.
Man. It was an attempt. I was like,
is that like kind of inspired by Scribble Jam?
I was about to say it was like kind of like because now it would have been 2 years without Scribble at that point, and it was like, all right, let's like we have a chance to really corner that market and just do a whole hip hop festival. Now, although it was it fell flat in a lot of ways, and it did produce a few classic battles, and in the Bay Area, like in Oakland, everybody had like the most fun. That like substantiated Grind Time's buzz, like for life. People are still tweaking off of MOB.
Yeah. I think MOB was really interesting because it as a stage versus more intimate setting thing, because MOB popped off, and there were some great battles. Some of them kind of fell flat, but then Ilmac versus Nestle happened like in the parking lot, and was like maybe the battle of the event.
Thank God that this dude has like the patience of a saint. You feel me? Because he I don't know. God knows how many hours you were standing there and fucking like
that. Honestly, that was where battle rap started getting, and I think also for you, that's where battle rap started getting stressful.
100%.
MOB was like the start of like, okay, this is like a thing, and this is like hard work now.
Yeah,
you know.
And I'm like literally like maxing out all my bitch's credit cards to even like sustain it. And T-Rex is just sitting in a room counting money.
You're just throwing ones.
Arsenal did 1 round against Diz, got $4,000. which was a lot at the time.
Yeah,
like,
word.
that
Still
was
a
it.
lot of money.
Yeah.
$4 grand is still $4 grand.
Right, but at the time that was like I guess like battle rap inflation. It was probably like 10
Oh yeah,
grand.
yeah, word.
like,
Yeah,
it was,
definitely.
It was insane. But this is one of the battles that actually turned out to be dope. I think it was the last battle of the first day.
Yeah, it was late. It was
Yeah.
late, and yeah, I think a lot of the battles suffered from
Stop tweaking.
the crowd just being enormous, and we weren't ready for it. Like, we didn't have the proper mic set up. So
Yeah.
a lot of people couldn't hear, and basically a lot of people were just like fans of Battle of the Bay 5, and they were just like, this is the best shit ever, so I'm definitely gonna go out there.
And I'm gonna bring my friends and
Hollow
be
came
loud.
out just to watch.
He did. I flew
know?
him out just to watch.
Word.
That was
But-
another extraneous use of
Yeah.
budget. Having Hollow there.
I mean, it was tight.
It was
It's tight
awesome.
having him
Yeah,
there,
it was awesome.
Yeah.
And you know, rest in peace, the Jacka, an incredible
R.I.P. Jack.
legend from the Bay
I remember
Area.
smoking a blunt with Jack at MOB.
Yeah,
Jack and
exactly.
Yuck.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
Everybody, like every Bay Area artist,
There's this-
besides E40 and Too Short, were there.
Yeah, but
sure.
I will say that it was like, the whole thing is like, you've always had your eyes bigger than like your
My
stomach.
stomach.
Yeah, but that has pushed everything way beyond. Like, this
100%.
battle rap would not be where it was without you, and like without
Thank
your motivation and
My
like this-
hapless ambition.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. That's a really good thing, because
For
maybe
sure.
sometimes it doesn't go so well. Like, MLB wasn't the greatest event because of how big it was, but guess what? It was a really fucking big event.
Right.
It was based off battle rap, and who would have thought us walking into Battle of the Bay 3 and seeing a line around the corner? We're like, whoa, there's people here. This
People
is
are
crazy.
willing to pay for
and
this?
then fucking fast forward to MLB, where there's like literally 700 people there
Right.
that can't hear because there's so many people that want to see battle rap. It's
And
fucking
like,
cool.
and like, all those Bay Area fools being there solidified so much. Having the fucking loonies there, having the mob figures there,
Mm-hmm.
having Spice One there, having Andre Nicotina, like these dudes that I grew up idolizing, and just having them, us being a source of entertainment for them, which
Yeah.
was super awesome.
Yeah.
And even there was like a lot of youngsters who wound up, or are now like the big stars of the Bay Area, like I Am Sue when he was like a teenager was at that event. Like,
That's
so
tight.
it's really dope.
I have a question. Who was the first person who noticed like grind time
Good-
and then
good
made
question.
you be like, oh shit?
Great question, and there's two answers. The very first was Ron Artest.
Ron Artest?
Ron
Oh, that
Artest.
explains the awkward.
Yeah,
song.
Yeah,
well, and then
exactly. That's
Ron
where that line came
Artest,
from.
check
I bet
stub.
Ron Artest check stub.
You put the best four against us, they'll
Wasn't
get
it
crushed.
wasn't it Mosh and Storm, the Mosh and Storm battle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the jump
Yeah,
off.
he was a big fan. Ron Artest was a huge Mosh Gelton fan. And
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. He made a
Better
blog.
One Piece.
He made a blog on YouTube about Mosh Gelton. This is like, he was still like an active NBA star at the time. This is
Yeah.
2008.
Yeah.
But the
Oh yeah, he was like the Rockets.
Yeah, he was the man. Like,
Oh no, that was Lakers. Yeah. That's right.
yeah, it was right. Yeah, I think he was right before the Lakers, or I think no, he was on the Lakers.
Before he
was,
went to the Kings.
he was
so.
choking fools already.
Yeah.
But he was right before Meta World Peace. But then but the first dude within hip hop that co-signed us besides PH was like, you know, I count him too, because he was already to us kind of a star, you know what I mean? But then there's EA Ski from the Bay Area, who's a legendary platinum producer and rapper. He has a song on the first Friday, or the original Friday soundtrack called Blast If I Have To, which is a West Coast hip hop classic. He recognized and was like, yo, this shit is dope. You guys are in Oakland. I'm managing this guy named Locksmith. I'd like to get him in a battle, and that was the beginning, like the catalyst of everything. And I guess you could also kind of count A+ from Souls of Mischief. He was one of the judges at the original Battle of the Bay.
Yeah, at the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
There was
crazy.
definitely interest within the hip hop community, and
Yeah.
and me and Direct were talking about this the other day. Everybody always talks about how Grind Time was hell of influenced by the Element Leagues, but there is another big source of inspiration. I don't know if you remember, DJ Vlad and the Wake Up Show had a battle series where
Tantrum and Kodiak.
Kodiak and Tantrum battle,
Yeah.
and they had another one on the East Coast. I forget who it was.
I mean, but the whole thing about
That
the whole,
inspired
like,
the fuck
whole,
out of me
The whole
when I
Elements
watched that.
League thing is like, the WRC's inspired Grind Time. Let's
Yeah.
be fucking real. At the end of the day, that was the inspiration for Grind Time, bar none. The Elements League might have had the exact blueprint down,
Right.
But the WRC's was the taper off.
There can be multiple influences.
Yeah, I think
For sure.
For
But
sure.
I mean, that was the direct thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When everybody's like, well, the Elements League was responsible for this whole thing. It's like, no, dude, the WRC's is
Yeah.
where everybody connected, everybody networked.
Well,
like, that was.
I feel like people really
The
want
format
really
was-
even like
Yeah.
this led to this led
Yeah,
to this.
word,
It's more
word.
just like a few different
Well,
things.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly, and everybody has a different like repertoire of influence. Like me personally, like I thought Pat Stay was awesome, but the Element Leagues was a bunch of lame Canadians, and I was not. I didn't give a fuck.
The whole thing, I didn't even fucking like Pat Stay. I remember Awkwards was like,
Yeah,
Pat Stay's kid's dope, and I'm like, he's not. He doesn't even sound like he's rapping. He just sounds like he's talking the whole time.
I love like him herbing out Jesse Ito, who was his opponent, his first opponent. Like, it's his real name. It was like some kid in high school. But it was incredible.
Dude, he's rematching somebody from the Elements League.
I think it's Jesse Ito.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, he's rematching him at that big festival that like he battled Shuffle T and Marlo with Ron.
It's not Didn't Pat Stay lose to someone in the Elements League?
Miracle.
Because I've seen the one in the boxing ring.
They're all the boxing ring.
Oh, really?
But for me personally, my like original spark of influence came from that Kodiak and Tantrum battle.
That's interesting because I forgot that was before Grind Time.
It was.
I thought that was after.
It was right around the time Grind Time was launching, but that's one of the first like blatant, okay, we're preparing material for each other.
It's like
3 round
admitted
acapella.
that it's written. You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I, me having known and rapped with Tantrum and Yak for years, I was like, yo, these guys, I know we're all pretty much on a similar level, and if they're able to do it, I know I can get this popping too.
Yeah.
So that really made me feel confident in battling phrases.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking a testament to like your just
Foresight.
that you had that confidence walking into it because I didn't. Like when I was like Grind Time starting, I'm like. Because like
people were telling me don't do it.
Yeah, I'm like,
everybody
dude, this isn't gonna go good. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, Thesaurus and Nomac just battled for $50,000. I'm like, how are these cats gonna battle for free?
Yeah.
And then it just happened.
No, I was so just like I was literally like a fucking talkback mod at that time. I was just so obsessive about battle rap culture, any type of battle rap content.
Dude,
I was so in tune with it, I could
rapmusic.com
kinda
was
see.
like popping, and that was like the biggest like networking tool we all had.
That's how I got into battle rap. Is that I was watching Dumbfounded versus Tantrum, and I saw in the comments Dumbfounded was commenting in the YouTube comments and said something about like, "Yo, check this rap music thread."
Yeah.
And then I clicked it, and I was just like, "Oh shit, Dumbfounded's posted."
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that was a big thing too for a lot of people. I remember Ginger, Ginny, who's been on this show before, was saying that when she first came to Battle of the Bay 2, her and Alf came up and checked that out. That we had a show afterwards, and XT was rapping, and XT asked if she would like hold the camera to film it. She's like, "Oh my God, XT wants me to hold his camera," like, and then she realized like, "Damn, like these fools are." Like really doing it all themselves.
Yeah, it's
this is
super
independent grind. They need
grassroots.
some
Yeah.
help. Like you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it was.
so it's kind of this right here was like us really getting
This
too
is
big
like
for our britches.
maxing out. Like,
It's the
we're
culmination
maxed
of that.
out, you know.
And this is when it's like the format was still like there's just so many different styles on the card, and it was just still like new.
Calico was 21 years old. We like he did the battle for like $200 in a fight.
I remember Cal wouldn't rap until he got water, and I had Jeff with like lives with me now, and he was like, I was like, Jeff, bring my like he like was randomly
Hammerton?
at that battle. Yeah, he was at MOB, and he was like, I had like a gallon of water that I drank. I'm like, bring that gallon up, and he handed it to Calico, and I remember Calico like being like, what the fuck is this? He handed me a gallon, and I'm like, yeah, you asked for water, dog.
Calico is super down to earth and hungry as fuck. He was just a kid at the time.
Yeah, that's
he
right,
was
yeah.
literally like walking around,
Freestyling too.
Freestyling.
Yeah.
Him and Sharon battled for like 45 minutes. Dog.
And he's like,
sick.
and he was like, "What about me versus Real Deal?" And at that time, that was like, "Oh no, Real Deal's coming up here."
Yeah, I don't know, Calico. Slow down, baby.
Calico.
Yeah, right. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And
Hilarious.
I wonder how
Sharon-
Real Deal feels about that now.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you guys for not booking
Different
that.
time, man.
Yeah.
Different
I know.
time.
Sharon like was there was not an arrogant bone in his body at that time. Nobody.
So this battle specifically,
Yeah.
FREDO versus SWAVE.
Yeah. Why? What? How did you set this one up? Because this.
Well, we were working really close with Pan and PH at the time, and you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, so it was kind of like a little think tank process. And FREDO, you know, I want to say this is one of really the only real shots Fredo's gotten. You know, he's gotten. It's dope that he's battled Bender. You gave him some
Right,
good looks,
yeah,
but like he, like I feel like the only thing that's really held Fredo back from going to that next level is he hasn't had comp that really showcases.
Yeah, I feel like
That's hella true.
I feel like him and Cody are in the same boat.
They are,
Versus
yeah,
Live are
100%.
like the same thing. It's like, dude, what stops? Like, why is Shoddy P battling Clips and fucking Shug and all this shit on the card? But Fredo
beats
it's like
Bender,
he beats Bender, and then it's like, ah, man.
Yeah, well, that's why it's dope. You got fucking Dose for Reverse Live and shit.
Yeah,
like
which
that.
I love that.
Originally, I like that battle a
Yeah,
lot
it's a
too,
hot
but
battle.
originally that wasn't supposed to be Dose. I was trying to make Reverse headline that event. It's supposed to be Reverse versus Ines, and then Ines couldn't make it, so it was like J Dose.
There
And
was like another opponent between there too. It was like
Yeah.
Ines and then somebody.
Yeah,
Rosenberg,
I
maybe?
forgot. No, it wasn't Raw. It was somebody else. I'm forgetting,
Yeah,
but
it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Like, I have way more love for Philly rappers than like anybody. So I
Right.
think like my J Dose obsession doesn't really like spill out to a lot of people. They're just
Right,
like
well,
I don't understand why
confused.
people don't like that.
Yeah, me too. J Dose is
I
fucking
think
dope.
we just come from an era of battle rap where we like really came up off of that style. So
Yeah.
we love like Reed Dollars, ASAP
Yeah.
Reed, and shit.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
And,
Yep.
and that's kind of lost on this generation a lot. Even though a lot of it set the tone for what folks are doing now, like
Yeah.
stylistically in so many ways. Like,
Yeah.
I also think that we out in Cali really fuck with Philly because I've said this hella times. On one of the earlier watches, I went on a whole dissertation about how Philly and LA have such similar rap styles, and Philly rappers are way more rhythmic than New York rappers.
Yeah,
Are way more
yeah.
styled out like we
And
are.
LA is too. Like
Exactly.
otherwise Peace, they're like very
Exactly.
like rhythm based.
100%. Even like our gangster rappers, our Nipseys and RJs.
Yeah,
you
you're
know what
right,
I mean?
yeah.
And then if you really look at the roots of gangster raps and you start talking about Schoolie D and all these fools that are fucking from Philly, you know,
Yeah.
it makes sense. Our cultures are kind of in the pocket like that. So
Yeah.
I think we have a bigger appreciation for those rappers than
Yep.
a lot of other folks might.
Yep.
That being said, this was a good look for Fredo, and it was like, this is really just as funny as it is because SWAVE's such an OG. He was kind of an up and comer still within the context of grind
Yeah,
time.
right.
That's
So-
not how I saw it as a fan. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought SWAVE SEVAH was kind of, he was one of the like New York dudes that was battling in grind time. And grind time was like all that I really knew at the time. And he kind of seemed like one of the top New York dudes. So
Oh,
Yeah, he definitely was.
Absolutely.
But not at this time. He wasn't.
Really?
This
No,
was
not
after
at all.
He was one of the
Disaster.
top grind time. No, this is before
No, this was
Disaster.
before
Disaster.
Disaster.
Oh.
This was
Way
before
before.
Disaster and also before fucking Sid Vicious too.
Yeah.
Because
was
MLB
at
and
ML
Sid Vicious happened around the same time.
Yeah, that was like a few months later.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
and that's the thing is he battled Sid and it was like it made sense still.
Yeah.
You know, like so.
And that was his breakout battle, kind of. The Sid Vicious
Yeah.
battle, like,
Grizzle
elevated
too?
him big time. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a great battle on both.
We watched
Yeah.
that on air.
Yeah, we watched it.
Mazba!
Alcatraz.
Snickers!
Rikers.
Crunchy nougat! Crunchy
Wait, why that room- But yeah, this battle's fucking incredible. Fredo's third is like
Oh,
fucking
so good.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's so good. Let's watch
You
want
wanna
to
get into it? Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Let's go, fam. It's so good.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's
Jump
there.
off
Yo,
.tv.
but what 9.5 ad is at the front of this?
Damn. Ooh.
The bitches. The
Oh,
bitches.
dude, is this the one where I had to fucking like censor out the fucking like tits? No, this is the ass
Yeah,
slap.
this is the
This is
best
the
one,
fucking
yeah.
ass slap. This is the best one by far, dude.
Shout out to J. Rue the Damager for not flagging this. Using his song.
This is outrageous.
I'm not talking about the queens, boy. The bitches, not the sisters, boy. The
Yeah,
bitches,
word
not
up.
the young
Shout out
ladies,
9.5.
boy. The bitches.
That's amazing.
Shout out 9-5 still sponsoring Battle Rap.
M.O.B. All on a bitch, all damn day. Fresh Coast Mob with NY in the house. Grind Time Now is a fucking intergalactic network of goons.
Are you gonna
We are
flip
taking over the entire fucking
No?
stratosphere,
Okay.
all that shit. Straight up.
Dude, Lush, what shirt number is this that you're on right
Oh
now?
yeah, dude! I was like, I had like literally like a whole like what's that thing called? Like where you hang clothes off of it, like a portable
close line,
dresser.
Yeah.
And
I
they were,
remember.
like,
I remember it was by the restroom, kind of.
yeah,
Like, you had, like, your,
like a team of
your
fucking
change
slaves
room.
like changing my outfits for me.
I was like, Jesus, Lush has so many shirts.
I was feeling myself so hard, bro. It was crazy. Oh no, it's because grunge. This is all like unreleased.
Oh, that's
fucking-
that
Yeah.
gold coin jacket the Plex has on is hard.
We didn't get to keep like any of this stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
we
Just
like,
on display.
Yeah.
What you got, big homie? Fucking Solar. You already know.
Fuck Solar.
Oh my.
Flex Rock. Poison Pen.
Best style Brooklyn, Rebel Army, what it is. Nigga.
And what
To my
up?
right, representing Union
watching.
City and
Fredo Algebra's the man. Got glass glue and gauze gloves wrapped around my hands.
God, Fredo looks so young.
I know,
That's really hard.
Repping that motherfucking Harlem. New York City, Rebel Arms, make noise.
Anybody can get it, I assure you that I'm fair. I be mugging them stunners and them tourists in Times Square. Team homie.
Okay.
All of Swave's songs are about beating people up. It's like, yo, I'll hurt you.
Yeah, I'll back you into the bodega. I'll make you bodega.
Him and Penn have a song, and the chorus is all, "I'll break your face."
And they're like in a boxing ring and shit. Yeah, I know that. I'll break you.
And seriously, I have money.
And that's the funniest thing because they're the nicest fucking humans in all of that. Right?
Exactly.
They're the most pleasant, like friendliest people.
But I would for sure put money on Swave to beat up anyone in battle rap, hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down, no one is seeing Swave in a fade, period.
Except Ellipsis.
Yeah, Ellipsis might, you know what I'm saying?
Bars of Us, Rebel Arms, LAB. Shout out to Bishop Agante.
Okay.
And rest in peace, baby. Let's go.
See the bezel spin, bitch.
So, Fredo, you flip it, you pull it, right?
Yo.
Oh yes! Yes, I finally found it. The fucking battle where you look up. Yes! I fucking have been looking this forever.
You talk about this. You talk about this.
All right. Let's go.
So okay, everybody watch Lush.
That was close.
Poison Ben has an app where he flips a coin and he goes like this, and Lush looks up.
Oh,
like the coin actually flew in the air.
So, Fredo, you flip it, you pull it, right?
Take it back, please. Please. I gotta see it again.
Yes! Yes, Lush, you were the best, man. You were the
Fredo,
best.
flip it, you pull it, right?
God, I've been looking
amazing.
for this forever because I always watch this and found it so funny.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
There's a difference between Oakland and LA public school education.
Let's go.
This fool flipped a coin on his phone app, and I actually thought it was real, and I looked up like a moron.
Tails.
So you come here for your murdery. Just know that I bust a kill. Even though a couple folks try to turn and worry me, was like, Fredo, trust he's ill. So in urgency, I puffed the L and researched your Deacon Frost battle. I saw you was wearing a comic book shirt with purple sleeves. I was like, what the hell? Yo, they say that first impressions can tell man, so if that was my first impression of you, well, damn. Yo, I came here to silence all of the
Yeah,
talk.
okay, what I'm gonna say is Fredo suffers really hard in this battle is saying yo in between his lines. And you can tell it's like where he's like what's the next one? But he goes, yo, but it like is really
Just like in the WRC when Kool-Aid would be like, understand!
It's kind of the same thing as talking. It's how people say like.
Yeah, word.
It's that crutch.
Right.
It's when you're trying to remember your shit. You know what I mean? It's like that little crutch he leans back on.
High as fuck on New Year's Eve when I laid out KP's career out in chronological order, and then he went and got his biological father to come to fight for his honor. Yo, but be careful, old grasshopper. I don't duck lazy and hook fast for sure. Simultaneously knocking off that lunch lady mustache of yours. Yo, at least you get
Duck fast for sure.
Yeah.
the rap before you're dropped in. I'm putting you so close to your death I can smell him painting the lacquer on your coffin. Can Grind Time please hand me a challenge for a loss? I mean, after all, I was just trying to get a battle with the boss like Shadow of Colossus. Yo.
That's an amazing video
so
game,
fuck
by the
your
way.
chi and your key, Roddy. I do some shit you ain't never seen probably. How you gonna roll with a weak posse named Team Hami knowing damn well none of y'all seen bodies? Yo, I'm an immortalized factor with the time I get. After I posterize rappers, Grind Time should Photoshop the Jordan sign after every line I spit.
That's a little baby right there.
I know.
You know it's super. You can see how much bigger your ass got too. Jesus Christ! But this full Fredo obviously like catering his material towards like with the martial arts thing because this is the first Asian that Swaves. I don't know if he battled A class, but like he's like super into martial arts and all that shit. So.
And that was like that was a cool round, but didn't leave much of an impression.
Kind of bootsy. It was kind of.
It wasn't bad. It was.
Honestly, I kind of remember Fredo not doing that good the first two rounds.
Yeah, he built steam.
Third was
one of those
so
third
fucking
that
good
just
that it was just like holy shit.
He built some steam for sure. I think this went to OT, right? Or
Yeah, it did. Yep.
Yo. You ready? Yes, sir. Alright, first of all, I'm offended. Lush, this what you think I deserve, nigga? I came way out here for my Grind Time West Coast debut to serve niggas. And y'all threw me this nerd, nigga. Another multi-flipper.
Like your Fredo's.
Multi
No, I'm no nerd.
Crazy fruity baby Huey slash Stalky, nigga. On the phone he said, Swave, everyone pretty much booked and all we have left is Fredo. But he's 4-0, he's on the road. I think y'all put on a great show. I'm like, fuck it, since you put it like that, how can I say no? So now your crown, I'ma take it and replace it with a halo.
Yo, dude, what the fuck is Swave wearing?
Coogee.
Yeah, Coogee is.
Dude, I'm no fashionista. I wear fucking tank tops most of my life. But what? New Yorkers always wear the wildest fucking gear.
It's
Like
that super like Puerto Rican Harlem swag, right?
What
there.
is
like,
that?
Overly matchy. It's a Coogee, but it's a Coogee button-up shirt.
Yeah, it's
What's
so,
Coogee?
Coogee, like,
you remember like
actually,
those old
the
school
Cosby
sweaters that like,
yeah.
or the Biggie
The
would
Biggie
wear, like
small
the
sweaters.
multicolored.
Okay.
Really
It's
dope.
like an old.
Their sweaters are incredible. The rest of their gear is like super tacky SWAT.
But it
meet.
looks like some like army like sailor gear. You know,
Yeah.
like you got
For
the
sure.
the gold medal.
Yeah, no, it's a horrible outfit.
It's that overly
Horrible outfit.
matchy, just New York
Man,
oversized.
Fredo
shit.
looks super young. Oh, shit, dude.
This full Swave looks like a Haitian immigrant right here. Dog.
He's on the road, I think y'all put on a great show. I'm like, fuck it, since you put it like that, how can I say no? So now your crown.
I feel like, how long were these rounds? 60 seconds?
A minute.
They're
maybe
minute rounds. I
90.
feel like when you do a minute round, you can't do like that line of like, they gave me this opponent. And I was
Right.
like, who is this opponent? And I said, fine, I'll take this opponent. Like,
Well,
that takes up
that-
so much of the round.
There's no
Yeah.
need to even ask me the history of how grind time battles got set up because inevitably in the first round, someone was going to relay that.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless. You
Yeah,
feel me?
and the best was Dumbfounded versus Illusion Z. He's like, let me tell you, this battle was
really-
arranged.
really arranged, yeah.
So good.
The thing
Started
about
with immigrant
Swave,
and beige, though, or something.
Yeah.
I think that the biggest disservice to Swave and why it took him so long to ascend, just despite how fucking dope he is the fact that those rounds being 1 minute didn't lend itself well to his style.
Yeah, 'cause he's
because
really-
he builds up a lot, he pauses
Yeah.
a lot, so he doesn't get as many.
Swave
moves off.
honestly has gotten like the short stick of a lot of things. Like the ice battle didn't really go that well, and then the daylight battle on URL didn't happen.
Right.
Like, I feel like he's just been dealt the short stick like a lot of times in battle rap.
The verb
Yeah.
battle didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
word, exactly.
I had a lot of build up to this here.
A lot.
Yeah.
They were
A lot.
talking shit
Yep.
for a while.
Because no one can. I feel like no one hurts feelings more than Verb. Like the way,
Yeah.
Verb really gets in his opponent's heads.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like he had like Big T considering suicide recently.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I know.
That got set up.
Yeah.
He's the best at that like pre-battle like fucking like shit talk that's not really shit talk, but it kind of is, you know.
You just don't. You're dope. You're just not in my same ballpark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're not in the same category. I'm marketable.
I'm gonna take it and replace it with a halo. I'm a Harlem nigga. GQ, pick up chicks. Kill you, be at your wake hugging your moms on some Bishop shit. You wild pussy. You think you a tough cookie? This kid's stupid. You a fruit on the inside. You Fig Newton. On message boards, SWAVE SEVAH said to fail. Penn said they sleep.
That line, he called him a Fig Newton. You're a fruit in the inside. You're a Fig Newton. You're a slightly less desirable cookie
Yeah,
that I would choose.
not only are you fruity in the inside, but you're of Middle Eastern descent.
Fuck.
Because it's figs.
Let's go.
In
full of
Spanish,
fiber.
a fig tree is a higuera.
You a fruit on the inside. You Fig Newton. On message boards, SWAVE SEVAH said to fail. Penn said they sleeping on you, my nigga. I say, yeah, on a bed of nails. If a nigga can't hear that I'm nice, then he deaf as hell. And whoever wanna step up, I take off your head as well.
I think Swave.
That round.
Like-
Swain actually, or Swave easily won that.
I think he needed those last 4 bars.
That was like a body bag round, damn.
Yeah.
near.
You think so?
I mean, it was a solid victory.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's definitely a
decisive.
victory. I wouldn't call it a body.
Not a, it was a decisive,
Yeah.
like, outclassing in that first round.
Always taking off the gray hoodie.
Let's go.
Maroon shirt Fredo.
Well, you look like, you smell like,
You woke up with a pigeon in the chicken coop. This motherfucker works all day as a janitor at a homeless shelter, cleaning up Skid Row, piss and poop, but he has no choice because he lives there too. Yo, who is this dude? You're infatuated with our lifestyle, car, engines, food, and women too. And every time this faggot does an interview, his answers come out too fast before his lips can move. Every time he gets pictures at video shoots in the nude and nothing but ninja shoes. And just in case America thinks it's you, you conceal your face with the mask, the Sub-Zero suit, and you look in the mirror and you think it's cute. Yo.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Yo, when this chump's hungry, he searches for dim sum dumplings. We should have did this for the big funds. Income, money. When I hit this bitch cunt and left it all ripped up bloody. When I hit the shit with a stiff wood like the Wing Chun dummy. Yo. Even Raiden told me you walked up to Ninja Gaiden and told him you take it in the anus. Yo, if ninja is the N-word that's meant for Asians, well then this Ninja Gaiden. Yo. Hold on. Yo.
That's almost like an early use of that type of rhyming. You feel
saying the same word, but
yeah. The double, like the excessive double entendres of this era. That's an early example.
Harlem, NYC is somewhat make-believe just for the simple fact you look so much like MC8 to me. Yeah. Yo, see, compared to Light, I'm way better. I ain't never needed a blade ever to SWAVE SEVAH. What is today? May 7th? Y'all better remember the day that SWAVE SEVAH tries to duck the Pacquiao knockout like Mayweather.
I always thought that was super slick.
Really dope.
That whole rhyme.
Really dope.
MC8 to me. Yeah. Yo, see, compared
That's hella not what MC8 says. It's not yeah. It's yeah. You feel me? It's like hell of not it at all.
To lie, I'm way better. I ain't never needed a blade ever to SWAVE SEVAH. What is today? May 7th? Y'all better remember the day that SWAVE SEVAH tries to duck the Pacquiao knockout like Mayweather.
Dude, like Fredo's is like the drunken monkey battle rap style. You feel me? Like the way he weaves words is second to none.
Yeah.
He'll throw in other internal rhymes like before the punches.
I feel like he's matured so good though.
Yeah.
Like if you compare his performance against Bender to this, it's just like fucking goddamn night and day.
1000%. But then again, this was like super on point.
Yeah.
Another thing is that I think the best thing a battle rapper could do is just have little tidbits that'll get stuck in your head. And after I watched this battle, I had like, I never need a blade ever to SWAVE SEVAH.
Yeah.
That sounds so cool. It just sounded so slick to me that it just got stuck in my head.
Yeah. He's great at just the way he puts language together and manipulates it. He's one of my favorites by far.
Wait. What is today, man?
At the time, people might not realize it. I guess the line's lost on a few folks. Pacquiao, Mayweather was ducking the fuck out of Pacquiao. And Pacquiao probably would have fucked Mayweather up at that time. If he had taken the fight. He waited till Pacquiao was weak as hell. Is what happened. And Mayweather's like my favorite, but that is what happened, folks.
May 7th, y'all better remember the day that SWAVE SEVAH lets down Harlem worse than Mace Betha.
Mace.
Oh, Mace.
Yeah, Mace and
Betha. As dope as that is, Mace is like my favorite rapper of all time. So.
What? Really?
Yeah, I like Mace. Like, I'm gonna get crucified for this. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
Like better than Biggie?
Way better than Biggie. Way better than Biggie. Better than Jadakiss. All them fools.
Really?
Way better than Big L. You feel me? Like,
I mean,
Mace is kind of the father to a lot of that, though. Cameron, Big L.
Yeah, he's
he's
Big L and Cameron's big homie.
For
you
sure.
Feel me? And the thing is, about Mace's style. That was what really got me hyped in like 7th, 8th, 9th grade. That was
Harlem World.
shit.
I knew that whole album.
Everybody was pushing the Pac West Coast line. So, and I was like wearing fucking like giant like ski goggles on my head and like monochrome fucking big puffy jackets and dancing like this.
I need these pictures.
I got it. I was the biggest Mace head. Dude.
I fucked with Mace tough back then.
Harlem World's like probably
Harlem World
my
was
favorite
amazing.
album. So.
Let's go. Fat jokes.
Not to mention, every verse Mace does to this day is still fire as fuck.
I don't know the new shit.
He's still rapping?
The most recent Mace shit, he was on a Good Music Kanye compilation from like 3 years ago. Absolutely bodied it.
Or Good Winter, Cruel Summer, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And then he did around this is going back a little further, but the Lean Back remix. He
I remember that.
Bodied the
Once
shit.
Mace signed a G Unit, I tuned out.
I mean. And I love fucking Cameron is like my hero.
Of course, bro.
But
I'm such a Dipset all fucking day. Let's go.
Yeah, we can for sure. You feel me? 5700 Black Clemson. Meet me there. We can fight about Mace.
You get them all the time. And with you, people take it too far. But it's not that you out of shape, my niggas. It's we don't know what shape you are. I mean, it could be a circle, but you got a face that kind of throw you. Then you get a little wider in the torso. So I'm gonna put my money on oval. Chill.
He looks like a maroon pool ball.
I'm gonna put my money on oval.
This might be.
That is amazing, dude.
It's a fucking maroon pool ball.
Oh my god.
This might be nitpicky, but like the basis of this scheme is kind of dumb because people aren't just like a certain geometric shape.
Yeah, you's a square.
Yeah.
You triangle.
But then your head comes and you're not a square anymore.
Exactly. You're like two squares.
Yeah.
It's a very creative way to call someone slovenly.
Yeah.
I only know you, so you tell us what you consider yourself, B. Whether you chubby, chunky, husky, or maybe you're just really healthy. I tell you what we think. We think you that fat Filipino dude that represents a group called Great Muda. And you look like the fairy that turned Pinocchio to a real boy, did the same thing with Buddha. You look like after moving around in the battle, you're gonna be in a corner somewhere breathless. Nah, matter of fact, scratch that. You look like the offspring of dumbfounded and precious.
Definitely room shaker for 2010 for sure.
Yeah, word.
Look fat.
Fuck it.
I was really hoping that Fredo would have like Filipino virality. So I did him versus Lyra Flip. I was like, all right,
Oh yeah.
we're gonna repeat
Yeah, we
this.
even did like him versus Enigma. So.
I think I got a 100 back. You feel me? It was cool.
Yeah.
Diet. This nigga went on a triet.
That's dope as hell.
Chill. There's more. Hold on. If he hears, it'll be a 5-minute wait on nuggets, sir. This nigga starting a riot. Once his food arrives, the server gets scrutinized. Like I ordered the Big Macs 2 for $5 and all the rest supersized. For your sakes and my weight, you better bring a few more fries. I'm cool with the manager, so dare you to try and test me. Oh yeah, with my order, can I get a Diet Pepsi?
This nigga said try it on some old school shit.
The fucking between round commentary, I love it.
Flex is the best.
Yeah,
Flex
dude.
won the second.
For sure.
Flex
Yeah.
wins that second round. Facts.
Easy.
All right, let's go. Let's go. This is where it goes crazy.
You're the self-proclaimed son of a one-armed man. I thought it was a big-ass joke because I saw a picture of your dad. I was like, holy shit, you really got one arm, man. Yo, he was swimming around in circles, so he got fired for being a lifeguard. And when he does push-ups, I put a camera up to his eyeballs and call him tripod. Yo, from the right, left, which shoulder socket was that shit pulled from? When your dad's wrestling, he be putting fools in a half Nelson. He can't put him in a full one. Yo, this douchebag is fronting. I got this dude mad. He went and got his huge daddy, whooped my ass too fast. Woo! He was like, he had 2 hands.
Fucking Fredo got the Gran
God
Torino
damn it,
boys.
Lush.
Sorry, you're right. I just wanted to say that Fredo got the Gran Torino crew with him.
He can't put him in a full one. Yo, this douchebag is fronting. I got this dude mad. He went and got his huge daddy, whooped my ass too fast. Woo! He was like, he had 2 hands or something.
That's crazy. That is fucking crazy. Yo, you know what my favorite part about that is you can hear Flo go, oh, like in the end of the mic, he's like, oh.
Is fronting. I got this dude mad. He went and got his huge daddy, whooped my ass too fast. Woo! He was like, he had 2 hands or something.
You hear that?
Hey, but don't
On
trip.
mic,
Don't trip. We're just battling. I'm fucking with you. Even though your pops was the basketball ref, all the hoopers called unofficial because all he could do was call out things and puff the whistle. He couldn't motion for traveling or double dribble.
Jesus.
It's brutal.
And then he got a job hanging off the back of a dump truck, but he only had 1 arm, so he couldn't pick up no trash. Damn, that's fucked up. Your dad's a dumb cunt. Your karate class was mad expensive. It cost him an arm and a leg, so he paid half up front.
Jesus.
even his ass whoopings were half-assed. The other half of my ass was untouched. Yo, I'm trying to keep my sanity because I can't believe this kid's as fat as me. I mean, really, how much food did your pops bring your family when you did it all single-handedly?
That's crazy.
God damn. That's the bar of the battle to me.
That is.
Run it back real quick. How much did he bring your family? When he did it all single-handedly.
The other half of my ass was untouched. Yo, I'm trying to keep my sanity because I can't believe this kid's as fat as me. I mean, really, how much food did your pops bring your family when you did it all single-handedly? Please, don't be mad and try to put hands on me. This is only a rhyming match. And I didn't have to research all night to dig up all kinds of facts. But just in case this guy gets mad and decides to fight me back, I'm gonna whoop your ass with one arm tied behind my back.
Like your dad. That is incredible, man.
In real talk,
how he like led it up to the pause, like your dad.
Swave's dad called Fredo and threatened him after this. In real life.
That is incredible.
I never knew that, bro.
Ask Fredo about it. Actually happened, bro. Dead homies, bro.
That's so good.
No, he's like a karate master.
Whatever.
I mean,
I love dodge bullets.
I love that haptic. I love that round was amazing, and so much of the material was him describing Swave's dad beating his ass.
So awesome, man. That round is my favorite round from MOB in the venue. Like, that is such a fucking good round. So
that might be the best.
Lightweight is the best round from MOB.
Besides Ilmac and Ness, which is
honestly, Ilmac Ness is tight, bro. But it ain't tighter than that third round to me.
You think so?
I think so.
Round? All right, let's
Rapping
go.
about
it's like very memorable.
Like, ability-wise, yeah, but that shit right there is just roast, bro. And that's one of Fredo's biggest strengths. Fredo always got the pen. He's always been an incredible writer. But when he's on his roast shit, you see how it is when we're just kicking it.
Yeah,
he motherfucker be on fire. You know what I mean? So when
the bar was set low at this event. This is where Disaster said to fucking A-class, fuck you and your pan-face fan base.
Fuck.
Yeah, and like fucking Frankie Waps coming like, fuck you, pan face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeesh.
But yeah, when Fredo is on, he's dope. But it's almost funny, bro. This battle's almost like a representation of the transition, though, because it's like it's like the first two rounds were like the hella old grind time style, but then the third one was
snapping,
this shit's crazy.
Yeah, maybe if he brought more of that like roasting style into like his battling, you know.
The first couple rounds, he didn't seem confident in his material.
No, he
was
did not have that.
He didn't seem like he memorized it that
well. Yeah,
was
not committed that well.
And he does that though. I think he's getting better at it though. Like that fool be doing that shit. Like
his
like
shit
that
against fucking Bender was crazy. Like when he was like started like multi-stacking, I'm like, man, memorizing that like is insane, and being able to rap that in the moment is fucking.
Or even
nuts.
that, and you know what? Ilmac and only one of both told me that they reference this round a lot, but. The shit with Fredo versus Pariah, where he's like, started from your noggin, now it's where. Like that whole shit, is just.
Where Fredo was like, Lush told me to do this battle so I could kill you and you never battle again.
Oh my god.
And I was like,
the bottle's hella loud.
Yeah. No more Bawa till after the battle, alright?
Because we can hear it on the thing, you know? My bad, little Brody.
I don't want to have to beat you up, dude.
I think I got a couple.
Patrick Walker with the dub.
Hey, shouts P Walk.
P Walk with the dub with a hot
Patrick's
dub.
the man. That's the second one.
Hey, count up, baby
Killing
boy.
it.
Go crazy, shorty.
Cha-ching.
Should we wait for folks to get back?
Yeah,
probably wait for folks.
So that's the Swave's got that look. He's like, damn it, my first two rounds were better, but fuck. It's like, shit.
How do you guys judge a battle? Like, if someone edges the first two rounds and the third one blows the other guy away,
they win.
They win.
Technically, it should be like boxing, where that person who won the 2 rounds should win.
Yeah.
But battling's one of those things where the narrative can get switched. So I personally am a fan of judging it. Like, all right, for example, I personally think when you break it down that Calico beat Lux because he...
No.
See, exactly.
No. Yeah.
But his first 2 rounds. He was exponentially better. But still though, it's point being, it's one of those things where a round can win a battle.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Okay.
Because it can't overshadow everything before. Because all fools remember about this is, the round where Fredo makes fun of SWAVE's one-armed dad.
Power overrides consistency at the end of the day. Even though consistency is an important attribute, it goes back into the whole voyeuristic lunchroom, schoolyard fight aspect of battle rap, where it's just like this moment, and those moments are often defined by who captures that moment the best. And even if you're really good and solid throughout the course of 3 rounds, if someone you could have damn near a bar. One bar could damn near win an entire round.
Exactly.
For sure.
I've always thought the judging by rounds thing is super arbitrary.
It is. It's baseless.
And I think for some reason the internet is obsessed with having an objective judging system for every battle. And I just think it doesn't work. I think every battle is so different in the context.
Once battling got thrown out the window, everything it's just subjective.
Yeah.
It's just and nowadays a win doesn't mean shit. A good performance is what matters, not a win. Someone could lose a battle but 100%. Have a great performance and people will praise it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's been like that.
They don't judge it anymore, so it's just preference.
Well,
and
the internet wants to feel like they are defining what's going on, and every individual wants to be like, oh, I know who won this battle, and that's why it's cool that battles aren't
Everyone's
judged.
an expert on the internet.
Yeah, everyone's an expert. But at the same token, if there was a definitive system, that would remove that right away. If there was a judging system,
but you can't do that to an art form.
You can't. It's really difficult. You know what I mean? Every single way that's been suggested, it hasn't worked out. It's like coming up with a better political ruling system than democracy. Yeah, there probably is something better, but do you want to fucking get your fucking meals from the community center you're rationed out to you and have no fucking money and I
don't think there needs to be an objective way to do it. I mean it's all. I mean, what are you battling for? You're basically battling for respect. You're battling for fans.
But what happens when prize money comes into play?
When prize money comes into play,
it's so rare that it does. But when it does, I think it's lit.
That makes it exciting, right?
Because it's one thing that's missing in battle rap. Because you remember how, this is actually I can't remember if it was Source or Ill that has said this, that battle should go back to the shit where it's there's a guaranteed purse, but the winner gets a little extra. Because my point being is the hunger is gone a little bit. When you add the money into it, it creates a bit of a different element of competitiveness. You know what I'm saying?
I've always thought a good way to remedy it would be, if you're gonna have so many different
yikes.
Bro, will you stop catting off?
Hey, we can hear all of it, Eli.
Thanks, Eli.
But yeah, I think they should bring more. I think there should be more money. Competition-based shit in battle.
Yeah,
I miss it a little bit.
I would like to see that, but the whole thing is, I agree with you guys. Judging gets really hard when you get to the level that, let's say there's a pass versus hollow battle that happens. That judging that is really, really hard.
Yeah, I've changed my opinion on that.
Yeah, exactly. You watch that, or even I don't know, Verb versus Hitman. The only round I remember is Verb's third.
Oh, it was so good though. Hitman's first.
Yes, and that's the thing is I could see the argument other ways if Hitman did better in the first 2, but Verb's third outweighed everything. And then when you watch it back on camera, if you're feeling a different way, maybe you're kind of sick of Verb's third round, you might watch the other 2 rounds from Hitman and be like, oh, actually Hitman kind of beat him. He got 2 rounds.
100%, and that's kind of boils down to the fact that every battle is a microcosm of battle rap culture, and if you look we don't remember at the time we might remember so much from the grind time era. Now looking back, it's Arsenal battle conceded.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's what it
that's
boils down to.
That's it. That's the one battle that happened there.
Right, and on a microcosmic level, it's in every individual battle, it's Fredo talked about SWAVE's dad having one arm.
Yeah.
And that's when you become the thesis statement of the battle, then you kind of win.
What I'd be interested in is pay-per-view voting. If you bought the pay-per-view, then you can vote for it.
Wouldn't that just turn into a popularity contest? So?
No,
yes.
Sort of. But also you have to pay to vote for it. So it's not like you could just tweet out the thing to your followers and be pay $30 and then you can vote
but
for it.
Oxymiron's fans would definitely.
His
pay
fans
for
would
that.
be, yeah, in that case, it might happen like
For sure. I mean, like, you know a lot of battle rap. Like, Disaster's fans refuse to acknowledge he ever lost.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Verb's fans will
Yeah, it's
refuse to
hard, man.
acknowledge he
I don't
ever
know
lost.
how it would work. Like where everybody would be happy. I feel like it would either work.
Nothing
and-
would ever make everyone.
No.
happy.
Yeah, you're right.
ever.
You're right. But I mean, I feel like promo does. I feel like promo. There's arguments and people argue, but there's not like, oh, he won. Like you can't say anything because he won this battle and he won like $500,000 or something
Well, I
like
think
that. You know?
Fight Club kind of had the right idea, and even Jump Off in the sense that they would make motherfuckers just rap for 20 rounds. Because at a certain point,
You lose.
someone gets outclassed.
Yeah.
But that actually made for shitty battles.
It does. It does. Absolutely.
That's where like you're right. That's
That's
the
double-
formula for winning. For sure.
Transitional period.
But then again, then it becomes just a matter of who's the most consistent, who has the most endurance,
Yeah.
who can freestyle. It just
Yeah.
no matter no matter what voting system gets initiated, it tends to favor certain styles, and
Yeah.
it'll affect the whole way battle rap is.
Yeah.
Like in the WRC, counting punchlines became
Yeah,
a big
word.
thing.
Oh
yeah,
my God, the
exactly.
score
So
system.
dumb. Dude.
So arcade
fouls,
do you
dude.
score?
Yeah,
Yeah,
fouls.
fouls. Yeah.
Yeah, if you touch them.
Hey, if you step over the line, it's a foul.
Yeah,
Yo, all
word.
right, this round was gonna go to Ilmacantosaurus, but Cyanide, you stepped over the line 3
Yeah.
times, so y'all can. So,
Yeah, it's,
Like, what
it's
the
funny
fuck?
we're talking about this because I actually kind of like wanted to like get like I was like, man, what battle rap's really missing is like a big fucking tournament, you know.
Right.
But
That's
the more
true.
I thought about it, the more it's really hard to do because the like the level I wanted to do it at was to have a purse of like $300K.
Right.
You know, like if you win almost like $500,000,
That'd be
and then you
amazing.
pay everybody for every battle. But dude, think about that. Like think about if you had Hitman battling Hollow, and like.
Oh, that
Like
type
if,
of
if
money.
somebody
will,
loses, it's just like they'll like be willing to fucking they'll be like, no, I didn't lose. Like
Yeah.
they'll deny it till their grave. You know,
100%.
it's never there's like a clear, and then their whole fan base is like they got jerked, and then you're like creating enemies with fans, and fans don't fuck with you anymore.
entire regions.
Yeah,
becomes
word,
like,
exactly. It's like it's not as cut and dry as like football, as like UFC, as any other sport. Maybe
it used to be a little bit though. It's just
Yeah.
now.
I feel like
it's-
boxing is kind of like that to a degree.
it just
But
doesn't matter who
boxing
wins
has
anymore.
a physicality towards it, where it's
Right.
like if you look at Conor versus Floyd, there's like all these, or even that's a bad example, like Triple G versus Canelo.
that's a pretty that's a controversial fight.
where Triple G's just like this the whole time,
Right.
you know, just racking up points, and Canelo's trying to like knock him out the whole time,
Right.
you know. But the thing is, it's a point system, so it's like you know how to win. There's no there's no like, oh, I actually thought this line was better than this line, you know. There's no like middle gray area. where
That's
it's
like Archaic and her trading 2-bar couplets back and forth.
Yeah.
Like with
just like
observational
racking
freestyle.
punches. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we're gonna flip in a
yeah.
punch.
Hey, but I think that the tournament thing can still work in today's era. Though, look at the Caddy Royale. That was so fucking.
But
that
it
was-
didn't work out.
Yeah, okay. Now, do I think that
I will say this right now.
Hold up. Here's my point. Do I think that the person who won wasn't the winner?
Yeah.
Yes. But was it entertaining as fuck, and did it create excitement because of the competition?
You're right.
Absolutely.
You're right.
But then you
that's
got,
my point.
Then fools like Thesaurus.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yo, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah, the outcome was bad. Like people like didn't fuck with it.
Ilmac 2-1.
Yeah, I thought.
The voting went up before the battle went on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like
That's kind of
It's
crazy.
terrible.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
think about
Yeah.
that.
Well,
but my point was, it was exciting.
You're right.
There was a little bit of
You're right.
missing
You're right.
excitement in
Yeah.
the stakes.
Yeah,
Let's
word.
raise the stakes a little bit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me? Put
I
something on
agree.
the line.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that's why even when it's mediocre matches and even when we all kind of laugh at it, at the end of the day, the King of the Dot chain does hold some weight because it's the only accolade that you could reach in battle.
Yeah, right now.
But still, I
Of
feel
that
like
nature.
every time.
And would you rather headline SM or get
Headline SM for sure. But it's still like, it's still something that people can strive towards and is a big deal regardless.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right. I think it holds a lot of weight. It's not
It
just
does.
any other battle, you know. It definitely is something to be said.
And
But
it's-
I feel like every battle is definitely riddled with like controversy. Like we
100%.
like we said, the
never seem
Rowan
to
and
be that
Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not.
The battles never seem to be that great.
They're,
Like,
they
They do
they get a
fall
lot
flat.
of but at the same time they do numbers. So
yeah,
they do more numbers than any other battle on those cards. They do like way higher numbers.
There's a couple good title matches, like was Ilmac, but that wasn't a title match. I don't know.
Ilmac Roan.
Yeah,
Ilmac Roan, Ilmac Pat.
Ilmac
Um,
Pat. Ilmac was spazzing in that.
Dirty. 30.
Yeah, he's bad.
30.
I don't feel like that was one of his better battles. I feel like the best
Really?
title
It's
match.
so good.
I don't feel like that was that
So
good.
good.
I feel like
was like his best battle.
Bender versus Arcane was really good. That was a title match. That was a really good title match. Pat, I feel like Pat and Diz.
That wasn't a title.
Soros,
it
the one where
It
Soros
was.
got the chain, that was lit.
Pat versus Diz
Hollowhand Soros,
Yeah.
that was lit.
Yep.
That was lit.
Just battled for the chain. And Pat beat him.
You know, it's actually a pretty tight battle. It's weird, but it's really good. It was Diz versus Porridge, actually. It was pretty tight.
Oh, yeah, I remember
And
that.
A
Porridge
lot of people think Poe Rich won.
Yeah, Porridge did
Yeah.
numbers in that for Shiggin.
I don't remember that.
It was like his crew of like racist backwoods homies behind him, like gassing him up.
Yeah. All right, let's get back at it.
Oh, we didn't finish this?
No.
Hey, yo, when speaking of niggas, they told me Fredo's a beast. But I misheard them. They really said with Fredo's obese.
So he's like, oh,
You look
okay.
a bit
yeah, I get it.
Samoan. Stuff in your face with ruffles and steaks and you still trying to fit some more in? Sure. When y'all think of Fredo, what comes to mind? Some ill one-liners? Hard timer? Great mood star rhymer? Nah. How about a fat slob addicted to whoppers and gobstoppers and a bitch-ass bubble betrayed his family and godfather? I'm
You're
too
breaking
much
my
for you.
heart.
See, I strike with a pinpoint certainty. You're gonna need ghost-written lines from every top tier in the West just to come close to murking me. You're gonna have to cross over to the dark side and switch your mind to a state of emergency. Cause that Trekkie, Harry Potter, soft Star Wars shit you got ain't gonna work with me. You the type that like to hide when you eat. Deep inside, boy, it's starving. It's fucked up cause you here today battling me and a thyroid problem. And it's even starting to affect your hygiene. Your stomach make HD look like 3D. And to view you on widescreen, we need 5 screens. Forever frustrated when trying to find his clothes. He can't fit shit in them stores. That's why he designed his own.
I like that. I like that.
Better. He get mad and go on a sandwich binge. Bottom line, only thing about this man that's slim is his chance to win. Let's go.
It just fell flat because of what preceded it. It wasn't bad.
And then
I
first
feel like it
two,
was really short.
in those first two, he was so comfortable.
Yo, dude, who is this
Okay,
motherfucker, dude?
Look, bro, I'm gonna just say this.
Let's
Hold
go.
up. Any of my experience at being in grind time events, and I've been there since Battle Debate 2, all the judges get decided before the battle, and it's whoever is closest.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
you,
course.
you,
Dude, look
you,
at Elliot. What is Elliot
Elliot
wearing? A Joker hoodie?
Is Philip Drummond wearing a fucking Ed Hardy?
Yeah, word.
What the fuck is
A
going
Boston Red Sox hat too? What the
Dude.
fuck?
I hated Philip Drummond in this time. So let me ask you guys, how do you think this dude got to judge?
I think he was standing
paid.
closest to the camera.
Paid. He definitely sponsored and got super fucking drunk. I remember he was wasted the whole time, dude. It's fucking
Someone
annoying.
put up a rack, man.
Same as
Oh, he put up
ADD.
some bread? Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I'm not mad at that. I can't hate on
Shout
that.
out ADD. Shouldn't have gotten drunk though.
Shouts to how
dumbass.
much I respect I had for the grind time platform to let random kids pay for a chance to judge.
Fuck.
Dope battles.
Fucked up,
Had
too.
a lot of skill and the punchlines, but I think Sway's got all the punchlines, all the hard hits. I'm going with Sway's.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Wiggy!
Boy.
What up, Wiggy?
Who's more fitted than me, man? No.
I beg to differ, but shout out to you, Wiggins.
Swave. I'll
That's
break
my
it down like
dog.
this. First round I gave Swave.
There you go. There you go.
Yo, shouts to liking the Warriors when they
Bro, is this the first time we've ever watched the announcement?
I was kind of cool.
Okay. Sorry.
No. Let's go.
Who else?
Let's go.
Dumb.
But being two skilled motherfucking tacticians, they agreed to do a promo OT. Sway
Yo, but who won?
Fredo.
Hey, yo,
Fredo won?
No, did he not win?
OT?
No, it's a promo. OT.
Yeah, he said this.
Promo.
Oh, so they announced it right here.
We just have Fredo versus SWAVE SEVAH. East versus West. It was a dope battle. Went to the judges, and the winner goes to New York City. Make noise for SWAVE SEVAH, y'all.
Wow. So Swave technically won this. So I'm saying 2-1. Hit them first two. He probably got.
We had a prevailing theme of white guilt in the judging booth.
That third round was a knockout. That third round, that was a That was a TK. That was
I agree.
A knockout.
I wouldn't be mad at people giving it to Swave.
I'm not mad at that because then it goes back. It's like
that's the
2
thing.
rounds.
It's like, I understand it.
On paper, he
that's not
won.
how I judge battles at all. It's like what stays with me. Because like on paper, Lux didn't beat Calico, but you walk away. Oh come on, give me a fucking break. But
it's true.
You walk away
It's
thinking
true.
Lux beat Calico.
But the cultural impact of the 3rd round trumps it all.
Yeah.
On paper, I'm not even gonna get into it.
He just like Calico was it was like Make-A-Wish Foundation Day for him to even get to have that battle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Lux's aura was just so prominent.
I still think that it holds up. That the point is that you can very easily have a small moment in a battle that's that effective that it controls the narrative of it.
Yeah. Or you could spend your entire purse on fucking a simulated funeral, and maybe that'll fucking create a moment as well.
I mean, it did. It created a moment that changed the battle, right?
Just intersperse it with a catchphrase, and you're good. Jay-Z will tweet it. But he did win. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm a Lux stan. So
bro, I fucking love Lux, bro. Trust me.
I mean, bars of us.
It's just sometimes you gotta.
FREDO, your beast, B.
Yeah, I mean, round by round.
Double arms. That's what it is.
Grind time now, we are back. The battle's over. It went to Slave Sevah, but being 2 skilled motherfucking tacticians, they agreed to do a promo OT. Slave Sevah, you gonna go first, man.
Yo, Double Deuce on stage.
Yep. Double Deuce such a lurker, bro.
Yeah, he is.
All right, man.
Like he's probably outside right now with Surgeon General.
Freestyling.
Face the old jokes. I come from the generation that taught you. I do this to test y'all. I want to see who I'm passing the torch to. This ain't the new age of hip hop. You a modern day fraud, madness. Another one owed the Saurus some Father's Day cards. You know what you like? Y'all remember when Dr. Effects came out on that Iggity shit? It was something new. Niggas was like, whoa, well, them niggas can spit. Niggas banged it in their systems, and we smoked reefer to it, but then we hated it once we heard other people do it. You a follower.
It's kind of dope.
Be
It's like a
original,
dope.
homie.
It's a dope way to call him like a biter of thesaurus. You feel me? Like like putting in the context of like hip hop history and shit. That was really dope.
Yeah.
Because it's true. I remember DOS Effects was tight, and then everybody was doing the wiggity wiggity.
Yep.
It was trash.
Yours. I feel like a highly skilled Jedi fighting in a clone war.
Are there any bad Jedis?
Even your image.
Like, can you become a Jedi and
I think you become a Sith at that point.
Yeah.
If you're a bad Jedi.
Evil
right?
Jedi, but that's not a bad.
Hey,
he
which
means
for
like
the
a bad
record,
Jedi.
I mean, like an unskilled Jedi.
Which, for the record, I would be a Sith over a Jedi any fucking day.
It's like basically
Jedis
like
can't do shit.
it's like being whack on URL. It's like being like young Miles. It's like a whack Jedi.
Yeah, nah. I'm gonna be a Sith Lord. Because
You're
Jedi, someone point me up on this the other day. Because
Amazing.
Jedis, they can't fuck. They gotta. It's like
Jedis
some monk
can't have
shit.
sex?
Nah, some monk shit.
Fuck Jedi.
Yeah, bro. Siths all day, baby.
What about
Yeah, Sith, he fucks.
Yeah, this Sith,
This
he
guy
fucks.
has sex.
Palpatine, he fucks.
Those
This
fools
guy
are-
fucks.
what
Man,
about
Jedis are gay, dude.
They're gay.
Yeah, Sith gang all day,
You
baby.
can look at Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah,
even,
so
if, even if
basically-
he was allowed to, he couldn't knock
Basically,
it down.
Swave said, Fredo, he has sex.
That was a subtext.
With your shape and skin.
Someone said, dude, Rory, have you seen Star Wars, you fucking dog?
They're going
I
in.
have seen Star Wars.
Yeah, you have to see it.
No, because if I've seen Star Wars, I'm a donkey. Shit.
Have more battles for about 35 to 45 minutes. Trust me, y'all might want to clear out. He continue to act tough. I know another way this battle can air out. Let's go.
Oh, not the strongest closer.
All the like random like names are like, which guy in Wu-Tang was
Hey,
that?
wait, hold up. Shout out to chat for getting the Silicon Valley reference. Ah, that's lit. This they hella got it.
All the way in the end, okay?
Old jokes. Before I got into this battle, I was watching the History Channel. And they said SWAVE SEVAH was the last species of primitive man. I mean, hell, he even ciphered with the first indigenous Indians that lived on this land. Yo, when I say last species of primitive man, I mean this motherfucker watched KRS-One versus MC Shan live with a drink in his hand. Yo,
Why do you say that shit, bro?
I know he should have
Right?
used that, and then, bro, you know what it is though, too, dog. Like a lot of the time, and from my experience, but really more from the homies' experience, is what happens at these battles where there is the possible OT.
Yeah.
Is you don't know. Sometimes you might switch it and be like, oh, the round that I had for my fucking third was my second or fourth and shit. So it's like. That happens so many times where you would hear a round where you're like, why the fuck didn't you use that in this shit? But it's because of it's the uncertainty of if you're gonna use it or not. And sometimes you gotta gauge it. You're like, oh fuck, the crowd's not fucking with the funny shit. Let me do my more, you know what I mean? So I bet you that this fool, he might have not even planned this to be the fourth.
Or if you feel like you're decisively winning, you might use your haymaker round that you were saving for OT in case you needed it.
Unique
coming
with
through.
the $100, baby.
Jesus Christ.
Hundreds.
Unique is ruin your day.
Unique, exactly. You are ruining your day at this point.
You know
Jesus
New York,
Christ.
you need New York, you know you need
Unique New York.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, that kind of like, I just noticed that's happened hella times to the homies is...
And shouts to Unique.
Switching the order because of the elusive fourth round that may or may not happen.
They should have just said to the judges, like, you can't pick overtime. There's 5 of you, and you gotta pick a winner each.
Right.
And that would solve that whole
And
issue.
what if both guys killed it? Let's take it to OT.
It's very political. But shouts to Unique for spelling his name the same way as DJ Unique, the old producer of Bone Thugs and Harmony. And, which I'm sure he didn't know, but that's tight. And if that is DJ Unique...
Hey, Unique knows everything.
Talk to
Unique
him.
knows all.
Maybe it is DJ Unique.
Yeah, maybe
Yo, if it is, you're the man.
You are definitely...
You're still the man because you put up some bread.
You're folks as fuck, regardless.
If you were to tell him he was Harlem's next son, his head will swell up, but he's a failure. And if he was alive, Big L would probably tell you to shut the hell up.
L was my dude.
Yo, fuck that. I'm on point, sharp compared to them slow rhymes. You're a black belt in karate because that was the only martial art invented during those times. yo. Not even kung fu? He on some punk shit, bet. The most dangerous move to learn back in those days was a 1-2 punch fist set because they didn't make the jump kick yet.
Talk that archaic martial arts shit.
So be quiet while I'm rhyming. The swordsman don't speak when he slit tongues. You ain't gonna be able to lift your shirt up to suck up immortal technique up on this one. So you're a homo that be sucking guys, bitch. I don't care if you rap, you got hair like the brat. So funkified.
Open up, what the fuck, bro, man.
That was dope. I'm glad that the fourth was a little...
Dang.
They did it right. They placed it.
You should have saw that.